When the City Sleeps.
When the City
Alex
Sleeps. Yeah.
Isley released a new project, a new album called When the City Sleeps. The feature single was When the City Sleeps, featuring James Fauntleroy. And there was
Mhm.
another song out before that, too, if I'm correct. Let me just pull it up. Oh,
I could not remember what the singles were. Some of the songs sounded familiar to me, but I wasn't sure.
okay. We got Sweetest Lullaby and West Side. I don't remember
Okay.
Sweetest Lullaby being a single. West Side was the one I was thinking about.
I think Sweetest Lullaby was the one I remembered because I heard it and I was like, this sounds familiar to me.
Hmm.
I've
Yeah,
listened to this before. Yeah. So what did you think?
I thought it was good. I thought Alex Isley did her thing. I don't think she disappointed. What I appreciate about this project is it is smooth, but also shows her vocal abilities, and also, we got to see some different sides of Alex Isley. One of my favorite parts of this project is when she says, "You don't know who I am? You ain't see my last name?" Got
Mhm.
it. Got it. She said, "She said, you see the last name, nigga. You
Mhm.
see it. You see it. You see my last name, okay?
Yeah,
You know
she
I
sure
come
did.
from greatness."
Yeah.
Oh man, that was great. I said, "Oh, I gotta run this back." Alex Isley definitely did it. Now, normally I can quote which song I liked a lot and didn't like a lot, but this was so smooth. I don't even know what the track titles are because I
Hmm.
just put it on to play and was doing other stuff while I
Okay.
had my headphones in. So I don't know which song is which. The only one I know uh is When the City Sleeps because it was a single. So I know that one is When the City Sleeps plus James Fauntleroy. So that one I know. What I can say is that's not even my favorite song. I can't. I will have to skim through it to find which one is my favorite song. But I like most of this project. Fool's Gold is really good. Um, I don't. I
Hmm.
don't have a song I don't like, to be honest. Nothing on this project felt like, nah, I didn't need this one. Even though it's 15 songs, which is kind of lengthy today. I felt like the project was smooth. It didn't drag. I felt like she put her best foot forward. We got a lot of songs from her, but we also got a cohesive body of work. This sounded very smooth, and the playthrough was really good, which means they also did a good job with sequencing.
Yeah.
Um, because you're able to play this. At least I was able to play this multiple times, start to finish. And I didn't have any complaints. I do think what's the last song? Maybe Again, perfect ending song. Perfect ending song. When I hear that, I'm like, yes, this is a great way to stamp and close it out.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I take that. I liked it too.
Hmm.
Somebody recently said that we we podcast to be contrarians. I thought that was so funny
Please.
because I think that sometimes we like things too much. So, but it just made me laugh because I was like, really? I said I
To
don't.
say something like that, you would need to look at our track record, watch multiple things, and
I
then give an
agree.
opinion. Not watch one video and say, "Oh, you guys want to be contrarian."
Right. And so I directed that person to our YouTube because I just felt like it wasn't. I was like, if anything, we're a lot of times we're on the same page about a lot of things, and sometimes I feel like that's problematic in itself. But I think this album sounded, uh, to use one of the words of one of the songs, but I thought this album sounded like a lullaby in a sense to me.
Okay.
I felt like I agree. It was very smooth, uh, definitely cohesive, but it was just so soft and so sweet and sultry and
Yeah.
just mood. It felt like mood music. Like when
Hey,
I
hey,
say
hey. Someone's already copywritten that, okay?
I know, but I'm just saying it felt like it just was setting a tone. It was setting a vibe. I could I love music that makes me imagine a place or imagine a feeling or this album just put me into like a really cool like jazz club or just a really sexy lounge and they're playing live music and people are drinking and you hear clinking of glasses and whispers and you smell sweet perfume and just oh my gosh the smell of whiskey just I can't explain it any better than that. It just
That was a
put
great
me
description.
it put me in a state. It just made me honestly at the end of it it made me want to go out. Like it made me want to get dressed up and put on something sexy and put on some makeup and some lipstick and go out and just sit at the bar and enjoy some live music. Like it just I love where this album took me and I, I'm not this complimentary about everything we listen to. I've come on here before and talked about how much I love Alex Isley, so I wasn't surprised um, at how much I liked it. But I was just like, wow, this is really like to me it was very well done. I think she did a great job. I would say my standouts are Miss Goody Two Shoes. I like that one. Fool's Gold was good, but I don't know why I feel like Fool's Gold was a single, and I'm just not remembering. Um, and then there was another song that I wanted to mention. The title track, obviously, is great with James Fauntleroy. Um, there's another song that I'm trying to think of that I can't think of right now, but yeah, Miss Goody Two Shoes was one for me where I was like, okay, okay, Alex, I hear you talking that talk. I see what you're doing there. You know, I love that. Um,
Mhm.
and yeah, I mean, I don't want to belabor the point. I feel like definitely if you want to set a mood, you want to set a vibe, Alex Isley is somebody that you should definitely put on. Um, and yeah, I will be listening to more of this for sure.
Yeah, same. It's really smooth, and what I like is that it's one of those projects that you can listen straight through, which is rare in 2026, and I think that that's something that maybe I should highlight before we leave. Just, you don't get a lot of projects today,
Hmm.
whereas a listener, you feel like I can press play and walk away. Like whether
Yeah,
I'm cleaning the house, whether I'm
yeah,
setting up a scene for a romantic evening, or
hmm,
whether I'm just vibing alone, hanging out,
yeah,
just relaxing, you know. And I think you don't get that too much where you don't have to touch anything again, where you don't have to be like,
hmm,
oh no, not this one. Oh man, or oh,
yeah,
this is the one I really don't like. We got to change this one.
yeah,
So at 15 songs, this is a full length project. This is we don't get 15 songs too often today either. A lot are like 10 to 12, right? So here's Alex Isley giving you a full 15 songs, and it's a smooth listen. That's
hmm,
one, hard to accomplish, and two,
yeah,
pretty rare today where you get that. No matter what kind of artist you are, right? We don't get too many albums today in our culture where we can say legitimately, I can press play and I don't have to bother with it again. I can just enjoy the straight. I can enjoy the project straight throughout.
yeah, yeah,
So I think we got to give her some props for being able to accomplish that today.
yeah. No, I think she did her thing, and that is an important note as well. But yeah, I was like, bravo, Alex,
Yeah, she did
bravo.
her thing.
She did, and and listen, I say it all the time, but I feel like a lot of times I say it about men because I just feel like in music we end up talking about men more. But Alex Isley can talk her shit. If y'all are not paying attention to the words of the songs, listen. Okay?
Right.
She be talking that talk. And I like that. I like that
Yeah. She
energy.
did her thing.
Very confident, very just
Yeah.
she,
This was a
knows
confident
she's
album. This was
she
like, hey,
knows she's
listen, I got it. Okay. I got it. Like I said, when she hit niggas with you didn't peep my last name. I said, okay, girl.
and she's
Okay,
over
let them know.
but she's over there saying, I can sing, but also I got that thing. Okay.
She did say that too. Yep.
So and so all right, girl.
She did say that
I
too.
like that energy. I like that energy. That's great. That's great. So good for her. Good for her.
Yeah.